Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm a freshman majoring in international business as of yet, and my favorite class is French.
I'm Jonah. I'm a freshman. I'm a history major, and my favorite class at the moment is international law.
Hi, I'm Mumal. I'm a freshman here at Stetson, and I'm majoring in molecular biology and psychology. And currently my favorite class is biology with Dr. May.
Hi, I'm Emily Keck. I'm a freshman. I'm an English major, and my favorite class is my FSEM, which is Introduction to Lobbying.
Hi, I'm Morgan. I'm a freshman, and I'm a double major in psychology and chemistry, and my favorite class is my personality psych class.
An FSEM should be an introduction to how college classrooms work and what to expect from other college courses.
I think that it should be a transitional class from high school to college to kind of guide you and set ground rules for what a college class should be like.
An FSEM to me should be a class that helps you get acclimated to college and the rigor of college, but it shouldn't be so hard that you're struggling through it. It should help you more than hurt you in terms of grade wise. In my FSEM, the professor would help us with our papers and critique them and give them back to us so we would learn instead of just get a grade and move on. So it should really teach you.
An FSEM should be fun and introduce new students into college, but it shouldn't be too hard, I guess.
I think FSEM should be catered to develop the freshman writing skills, and what it does prepare us for the following years.
I think that it goes both ways. It should make you think, but you should see how much it makes you think while you're writing academically, if that makes sense. What you learn and what you take away from the class should be inputted into your writing.
I think it should be both. It should give a true insight of how academically rigorous Stetson is, but at the same time it should have those components that get you to think more insightfully. I keep using that word, but that's how I could explain it.
I would say it needs a little bit of both. I would lean more towards critical thinking over academic rigor because it is a freshman course and it is the first course that you'll be taking in college. So I would say critical thinking to expose you to what to expect in the college classroom.
Okay, so I know there's a lot of different FSEMs. There's some that are really hard and some that make you think. I think an FSEM with a balance of both is better. If there's rigor and a lot of homework, you have to have that rigor because that's going to teach you how to get better in college, but also with some contemplative aspects, maybe just de-stressing and the meditation aspect, that's also good. It teaches you both sides.
I think it should make you think because college is all about taking what you learned and all the facts that you've learned and applying it to real world situations and being a functional human being with whatever you've learned. So yeah, I think it should have some not extremely contemplative thinking, but I think it should help you think deeply more about how this is useful in real life.
Honestly, no. FSEM is a way for people to explore outside of their major. I'm an English major. I am not into politics really at all, but I took lobbying and I've enjoyed it and enjoyed learning about something else outside of my major. I think it's a good way for people to become exposed early on to things that aren't in their major, and it can help them decide where to go later in their college career.
No, because I think that it should differ from like what you usually take because you want to be a well-rounded person in college, and if you take an FSEM that's in your major, you won't get that well-roundedness that you should while you're in college.
Not necessarily. I like how they have random topics for FSEM. Like my FSEM was our sonic world, which has nothing to do with biology, but it's really interesting, and it's still kind of helped me get back into like writing and like help me accumulate to like college without like, you know, and it gave me a break from my major, from like my other classes.
I think it's refreshing to have it outside of your major, because also if, like, let's say you take, if you're, because I almost went into undecided, but then in last minute I chose my major, and like having a class outside of it gives you kind of like a different perspective to look at things, and it could also open up a door like, oh, I really like my FSEM, maybe I should take some classes like in that same subject and see where it goes.
I think it would be beneficial if FSEMs are linked to your major so that you can get your first taste of a major-based course, so you can start to determine if you want to stay with that major.
I think how they had it was pretty okay. It was a little bit rough because my FSEM, every single time we meet, we have an assignment due. So it was a little bit rough, like trying to keep up with focus events and like doing the assignments. But I think starting it earlier than the other classes was a good idea.
I think it's good because it is like transitional, so yeah, I do think that it should start before your other classes, kind of so that you just get used to college.
I think that's beneficial because, again, it's like, it's introducing you to the learning curve of the college classroom. So I would say yes.
Yeah, I think that was good because it kind of got you used to like having a college class before jumping into all of them at once, and you were able to focus on just your FSEM for a while. If I had had all the work that was in my FSEM plus the work that was in my other classes, it would have been overwhelming. So I think it was good that they started it earlier because you got acclimated to the workload and weren't overwhelmed.
If it starts early and ends early still, then yeah, but I kind of didn't like it having it the same time as orientation, because I was kind of just like, I'm trying to get adjusted being from so far away, and then I have a class on top of this, like, yes, for sure.
Yeah, I think FSEM and Focus, that was a little overwhelming because you'd have homework from your FSEM, but then also a lot of these activities going on. And so it was kind of overwhelming at the beginning of the year, just like you want to have fun and like do all these focus things and meet new people, but then you also have like a bunch of readings and like essays due all of a sudden, and it kind of got overwhelming.
No, because while we were doing Focus and FSEM at the same time, it made me make choices that were like, I had to say no to some things that happened during Focus Week so that I could focus on FSEM.
Yeah, if possible, just because, well, most of the focus events, I think it just needs to be planned better, because most of the focus events that were mandatory overlapped or like took time away from like my FSEM time.
Yeah, I think FSEM is like your first taste of academic life, while Focus is more so your first taste of social life here on campus. So keeping them separate is probably better. Yes, because it's my FSEM is a portfolio class. I've never actually had a class where I just do whatever during the semester and turn everything in at the last minute.
I think that it's discussion based, at least my FSEM was, and that was kind of different from like AP Lang or AP Lit, where it's mostly analyzing in those classes, but here in my FSEM it's like discussion based, and it really makes you think a lot, and that's very like interpretive.
I think it was different because it was like solely based on writing and reading, and like in high school I feel like it was divided up differently, if that makes sense. But it didn't feel like the workload didn't feel like a college. Well, at least in my FSEM.
So FSEM really taught me how to write just more professionally, like using more scholarly articles in every paper instead of just ones that required scholarly articles. It also taught me how to like summarize instead of just write and put a bunch of filler in there. It really helped me narrow down like to the basics.
It's every other writing course that I've taken is more, I guess, generic, and it's just teaching me kind of the basics. But FSEM kind of took those basics and helped me expand on them a little bit more and like, you know, think deeper on this topic that may not be related to what I want to do, but like it helped me. They like taught me to like relate it to different aspects.
No, I don't think. I think it's been really beneficial. It's a good way for students to explore different things, learn the techniques of college, meet new professors, meet new people. I think they should not be gotten rid of, no.
No, I think FSEM is good to kind of be a check-in point of like where you're at, and it helps you grow your writing, grow academically, and kind of your own perspective. Because my FSEM, it was like a religions class, and it gave me kind of like a better worldview perspective, which is good because like international business, like international viewpoint. So I think overall it's beneficial, even if you're not going into that field, like religious studies, I'm not going into that field, but it's good to know.
No, I think it's beneficial as an introductory course to, get your feet in the water, to understand like what to expect from a college course.
No, I love it.
No, because it makes you think.